As some of you may already know, I graduated from the University of Judaism with a degree in bioethics. That required me to study three main areas: the hard sciences, Jewish studies, and philosophy. Now, the hard sciences obviously were things like biochemistry, genetics, physics, preparing me to pursue a degree in medicine or to go to medical school, should I so desire. Jewish studies provided me a unique education in Jewish history, Jewish thought, biblical ideas, and philosophy focused on value theory, ethics. Now, philosophy is a wide, big area of study. But as I said, I focus mostly on value theory and ethics. Now, I say all of this not to boast about my education by any means, but just to provide some context about what I've tried to achieve and accomplish with Nos Logos and providing a ministry that gives people an understanding of what the occult is and mysticism from a viewpoint that isn't just reading some books or a few books, but from a very in depth, educated perspective. I didn't just read a few things, I tried to pursue what this bigger picture might be about. So, looking at objective hard sciences and looking at comparative religions, so to speak, but also looking at philosophy. And a lot of the courses that I took, the primary question was, what is good? What is right? And until you actually start to delve into some of the philosophers from centuries ago to more modern and contemporary, it sounds like a very simple question. Well, you just kind of know. You intuitively know what's good, what is right. Well, why do we believe certain things are good? Why do we believe certain things are right? Obviously, it's one of those deep philosophical questions that we try to explore. In relation to the occult or mysticism, as I've said before, just to kind of put some context in it, the occult is known to be what is hidden, what is unseen, what is unknown. And so when you look at certain types of mystical paths, occult pursuits, the underlying objective is to try and acquire certain types of divine wisdom, godly knowledge. Again, very much like the serpent in the Garden of Eden. But in order to achieve that, you're trying to be the arbiter, the judge, the standard of what is good, what is right. If you can achieve that certain level through certain secret understandings or certain occult teachings, oftentimes in a very base level, it leads to things like very demonic pursuits, whether it's tribal shamanism, certain um, indigenous tribes of the Americas, or African tribes, or really, it's pretty universal, not just on any continent. North, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, in a very uh, ancient way of trying to pursue these things. The goal is to essentially elevate yourself, even if it's to the lower demons or lower angels or entities. You're still essentially elevating yourself above humanity in order to acquire this certain secret knowledge. So, getting back to what I was saying with a more philosophical, a deeper understanding of it, whether it's spirituality, occultism, or whether it's just uh, philosophy itself, there's a common connection there, the pursuit of understanding something deeper than what the majority of other people understand. And so, whether it's a system of angelology, demonology, or whether it's a philosophical hypothesis or theory of what good is, the correlation is that you're trying to understand a deeper meaning of existence, of who the individual is, of who the individual can be. Now, how this ties into scripture and how this ties into the Bible and the Judeo Christian thought, specifically on the Christian end of it, if we consider what Pilate asked Messiah, what is truth? What is truth? Obviously, Messiah Christ was not ignorant of Greco Roman philosophical questions and inquiries and ideas. And so this is kind of where those two worlds met. The Greco Roman pagan Pilate asking Messiah, what is truth? Now, the beauty of that, why I love that portion of scripture so much, obviously I didn't recognize it in my days in the occult and having a journey and a quest into all these other ideas. That is where the paganism comes to meet the one true God. That face to face encounter. Not only was Pilate figuratively asking, metaphorically, or any other form of a question, was he asking Messiah, what is true? He encountered truth. Pilate's ignorance didn't even allow him to see that that question was just so loaded. And to be a fly on the wall and to just understand that encounter, he is looking at the embodiment of truth. That ancient Greco Roman and even contemporary in our day pursuit, coming full circle and facing the embodiment of truth. What is truth is very much what is good, what is right. All those courses that I took in value theory, ethics, philosophy, just to kind of culminate into that understanding. All of those practices to conjure or invocate or have evocations of spirits and look at mystical books and occult arts and pursuing all these things to achieve a higher sense of empowerment, self deification, essentially. That all culminated with the understanding that for centuries, human nature, whether the most educated or the least educated, if you do not know God, if you do not understand who the one true God is, you are in that pursuit of trying to find what is good, what is right, what is truth. And so that encounter that Pilate had with Messiah answered it all. He is truth. He is the arbiter of good and right. He is the creator of wisdom. When he formed the earth and he created everything in existence, he created the wisdom to know what is good and what is right. I'll leave you with this. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. How that ties in, I urge you to study, to seek, and to know. God bless you.